Yeah, let me call my bros up real quick and holla. Hey, yo, I got it one time, like 4 flats and Cadillacs. Hey, my boy Logan, it's time. Let's do this. Slide it up on you like the sidekick. Hey, yo, Boosh.
5 was when it basically began.
Every time. What up, y'all? It's your boy K to the DOT in the building, your boy K Dot. I'm here with my boys, the Day Ones.
What up?
Officially day one of the Day Ones. We're here to do something different, bring something different to the table, express ourselves to you guys, and just give ourselves an environment to speak. You know, I've known these guys most of my life, and they're my brotherhood. So we decided to do something different. So, just gonna jump into it. You got my boy Bush over here. My boy Loke, my boy Buck. Fellas, y'all want to go ahead and introduce yourselves, tell the people a little bit about yourself, just a little bit.
Buck.
Okay.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Buck here. A little bit about me, 33 years old, living in Bakersfield, California. Got a girlfriend, stepdaughter, my daughter. Been working for a Fortune 500 company for about 2.5 years now. And that's it.
Fortune 500. That's fun. Go ahead, Loke. You want to drop something for the people, bro?
Hey y'all, how's it going? My name's Corinthian. I'm just here. I'm glad to be here with the homies. Been a chiropractor since 2018. I got a beautiful wife at home. Beautiful little boy. He's about 1.5 years now, which is crazy because time is flying by. And excited to be here.
I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, that's how it works.
What's going on, y'all? It's Boosh, 31 years old, wife and kid, one on the way, musician,
Amen.
father, husband, all that. It's good to be here with my brothers, my day ones.
Yes, sir.
We're going to do this thing, man. Yeah.
All right, and as y'all know, it's your boy K Dot, 33 years old. I work for a company. That's all y'all need to know. I work for. Got some entrepreneur situations we working on, but just working on doing what it is I'm supposed to do on this earth. And I feel like this is a great segue into what we're trying to accomplish here. Just trying to better ourselves and better our community and the people around us. With that being said, shout out to all my boys. Happy Father's Day coming up. Father's Day for you guys.
Thank you.
Respect to all the fathers out here. My young black men taking care of their responsibility as fathers. I appreciate and respect y'all for that. When my opportunity come, it's a wrap. You already know that.
But take your time, though.
I don't know how much more time I got.
Go on that part.
Getting up there on the Richter scale, bro.
You acting like your sperm gonna dry out or something.
Well, they gonna do that, but the options might. I'm just saying. But anyways, mad respect to y'all for y'all fatherhood, man. I know that was a big step in y'all lives. However it came about, whether it was stepfather and getting married, having kids, all y'all are doing a tremendous job. I love all my nieces and nephews. I commend y'all for what y'all doing. What would you guys say was a cornerstone or a backbone? What your relationship with your fathers playing a factor in how you guys fatherhood today? Anybody
First?
I shouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah.
You
You gotta put yourself into it. Go
murmured.
ahead, bro.
This is the interview now.
Yeah, this is definitely an interview.
What was the question again? The cornerstone. I think when my child was born, it was just like me and my father. We always had a great relationship. Me and my father has, but just him seeing me having my child and just bestowing, just giving me all the wisdom and just giving me all the encouragement that I needed at that moment. It was just special, And getting married, of course, that was one of the biggest, the biggest milestone.
Yeah, that should have been it.
Yeah, it was those two things. So ever since then I've been like laughing at my dad. I'm like, Dad, like everything you told me back in the day I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Real. Full fledged.
My father be like, I told you, son. I told you. When you have kids, you're gonna see. You're gonna experience everything that I have.
And he said, kids, you got one right now, and that's enough. That's enough for a community.
One on the way, so when the other one comes, I'm gonna definitely. It's gonna be on the crack.
That's real.
What about you, Loke?
Like Bush said, my father and I, we have a really good relationship. I got a lot of respect for him for sure because his father was there, but not there all the way, in a sense.
Yeah, I know.
His father passed away when my dad was like 21, 20s, early 20s in that fashion. So my dad was the main sibling that was kind of taking care of him and stuff like that, and driving him to wherever he needed to do to run his errands and stuff. So when he passed away early, my dad kind of took that opportunity in a sense to that gave him the desire, I guess you could say, that he wanted to be sure that he had a really good relationship with his children when he got to that point.
Yeah.
And growing up, like, my dad has been like, I saw him as like a superhero. Like, I always thought he was just so big and strong and stuff like that. And as I got older, he became like a best friend. He became a brother. I could talk to him about anything and stuff like that. And it's such a blessing to have that. And yeah, like I'm super hard on myself, so I try to model myself after him in terms of being a father, because it's like sometimes it's like a big relief. There's so many different emotions, when you have your child and stuff like that. So it's like, man, how am I going to fill my dad's shoes in terms of being a father and with my kids and stuff like that? But it's like, you can't do that because you guys are different people at the same time.
Yeah.
You take what you learn from him, but at the same time, your child is not you. Your father is not you. You're not the same people. So you take what you learn from him to do the best job that you can do. But he's definitely a big role model in that aspect for sure.
Facts. Bug?
Yeah, for sure. My dad, for me, was just is completely just amazing to me, because while the open line of communication is there, we don't always talk, but I'm always watching. For a lot of the times, like, my dad is, he's, the strong, silent type. Don't nobody want to make my dad mad. Don't nobody see my dad mad. He sit on the couch and play his solitaire. But he listened to everything.
He got an indent on it, boy.
But the thing is, like, I know that he is, the protector of the home. And I know that is one of the things that I'm implementing in my home is, making sure that my family is protected, my family is taken care of. And it's just, there was a lot of interaction growing up too, and it was amazing thinking back on it, because my father used to work in the Navy. And so he'd be gone 6 months out of the time, just out to sea and stuff. And now I got to be the protector at 8 years old. Mom, I gotta make sure you okay.
You're the man in the house. You're the man in the house.
The house when I'm gone, bro.
But
Boy can't reach the door now.
I think that instilled some like natural confidence in me at a young age. And I truly think I get it from my dad, just because I wanted to fill those shoes. So, Dad, I love you to the fullest, respect you to the highest. Happy Father's Day.
Dad, I love you too.
Y'all might have forgot that part at the beginning. Yeah. I wish
What
y'all.
was the original question?
First of all, I wish y'all a happy Father's Day, and just happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Happy Father's Day.
We apologize.
Happy
We
Father's
didn't
Day.
forget about y'all. Y'all just not here. Out of sight, out of mind. But anyways, for me, my relationship with my father, in my opinion, is like the typical young man. You're the oldest child. You're named after your dad. Y'all bump heads, and then along the line, as you get older, you start realizing all the stuff your dad was trying to teach you as a kid, how much it truly applies, and how being stubborn and trying to do things your way, because you don't want to do things the way your father wants you to do it, how it can kind of bite you in the butt. So I think me and my dad's relationship as I got older definitely has grown. I respect him at a higher level now. I love my dad. A lot of things he says and teaches me, I believe it's wholeheartedly. Our parents have interest. They all have their stories. Your dad, and it goes back to, I told somebody the other day, like generational parenting. That's what's wrong with America. It's generational parenting because of the stuff our parents did, their parents did. It affects all the way down. Mm-hmm. So I think my dad and his situation with his dad played a factor, and he had to learn on the job. All dads learn on the job, but like he literally had to learn to be a man and be a father and all that. And people make their mistakes, but he's definitely bounced back from them. I made my mistakes, but I love and appreciate and respect my dad. I know he got my back 110%. So I love you, Pops. Appreciate you. But that being said, when you hear the word father, what's like the 3 main words that come to your mind?
Work, whooping.
I would see.
Work and
see,
whooping.
listen. See, I can't say that because whoopings is normal in the house for me, so it wasn't like that.
Nowadays,
Well,
it's kind of like
it's not normal nowadays, but
Wait, did Daddy do all the whoopings in all your houses?
No.
Who did the
he
whoopings?
really didn't want to whoop us. It was just the fact that
he had to.
him being in the church and everything like that. Like he believes if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. So his thing is, if I don't do what I'm supposed to do as a father,
I'm disappointing
it'll
you.
be on me if something happens to you in the future, if I don't give you that discipline that you deserve. So yeah, you picked up a couple of belts and sticks. And,
See, in my it was.
So he
I'm on a podcast today. Guys. You know what I'm saying? I turned out all right. You know?
See, my household was a little different. It depended on what it was. Like if you was in the store cutting up, mom would get you with the purse. The purse belt, it ain't really a belt, it's the purse, the thing.
Strap.
The strap. Yeah, the strap. I don't know how. See, I'm traumatized. I forgot it was called the strap. But mama pop you with that. But let something happen at school or you wasn't listening. Oh yeah, when Pops got off work, oh yeah, I remember my sister hid in the closet once. Built a whole pallet in the closet. What? Yes. Put a hole and closed the door. We was looking for her. Couldn't find her. She was snoring in the closet because she didn't want to whoop it.
Oh, she fell asleep?
Oh no, yeah, it was intentional. It wasn't what? She was hiding.
Oh, Jesus.
She knew when Pops got off, whatever time it was. What? That when you did something you really wasn't supposed to, Pops got involved. Otherwise, moms would hit you with the strap with a quickness.
Yeah.
But
you never want to hear those words. I'm gonna tell your father when he gets home.
He be like, oh, my God.
oh no, my dad called from work. What? From the office, the manager's office. You know what time I get off? What? What? Let me tell you something. Let me give a prime example of how my dad was. It's a true story. He remembers high school. My parents bought me a car junior year. Okay, I got in trouble like halfway through junior year, probably grades. My dad said, "I got you. I'm gonna let you drive your car to school, but you're gonna drive it to the bus stop, and you're gonna park it at the bus stop, and you're gonna drive the bus or ride the bus to school. Then you're gonna ride the bus home, drive your car, park in front of the house, and put the keys back." Self-explanatory. I drove my car to the bus stop to ride the bus to school.
Jacked up, yeah.
How'd that make you feel?
Did it teach me anything? Yeah, it taught me that my dad wanted to humiliate me as best as he could at a young age. Yes.
So you got on the bus.
With the car keys in my pocket, man.
All your schoolmates watch you come out the car like,
Because I wasn't getting out the car till the bus got there. At least the one thing I did have was heat in the wintertime. I did have heat because I sat in the car until the bus arrived, which I'm pretty sure the bus driver had questions too. But yeah, man, it's a true story. That just lets you know how my dad was when it came to disciplinary. And that wasn't even, but I mean, his intentions behind it, I'm sure, were pure and out of love. But
There you go.
my grades was bad. Yeah, I couldn't.
oh,
I was in prison.
they know my dad at Liberty.
So about those whoopings.
So, Julian,
Oh yeah, I want to hear
please
this
tell
shit.
me about your whoopings.
Oh, my whoopings.
It's Father Day.
It was 19.
Yeah, back in the
That's the last time he got one.
And actually, I didn't get a lot of whoopings. I remember, got a couple from my mom, but I remember the one from my dad where he whooped me with the belt one time, and I swear I jumped up and I said, "Wow!" I can't remember what I did. I don't know, but it was just one big.
And I believe that because his voice back then, I believe that.
And I don't know what it was for, but that's the only time I remember. And I was like, "Damn, I really must have messed up." You know, my dad, y'all know. My dad.
What did you do?
He had to do something bad.
I must have done something.
Did you cash his check?
Nah,
Okay.
maybe I was cursing.
Did you eat his burrito? Because I did that to my dad. I ate some of his food or threw it away.
Nah, you know what I used to do? My dad used to always leave a corner. He used to drink a Coke every day. And he would leave this much in it. So I would come through and finish it off. But then I would put it back in the freezer.
He's just lazy.
Yeah.
Why are you
Maybe it evaporated. I don't know what happened. Maybe it evaporated to my Coke.
I didn't want him to know I drank it. So if it was still there, he wouldn't know it was me.
But he gonna know somebody, so he gonna be. You deserve that whooping.
I don't know if I got a whooping for
You
it.
should have. I'm gonna call him when we get home. Like, Paul, you got some whoopings you owe Julian because that wasn't unacceptable. Unacceptable
But yeah, I don't
behavior.
even know what I
Come to
did
think
for
of
that
it.
for that whooping though. But I just remember it that one thwack, boy.
Oh, that mercy.
You know, I don't feel like you got whoopings.
Not from my dad.
So you got spanked or you got a whooping from your mama?
You got timeout.
I had a whooping.
Oh, okay.
I call it a whooping. I call it a slave whooping, honestly.
It was a beating.
It was, well, I can't really call it a beating, man, because I've heard some crazy stuff people happen with their parents. My dad never hit me. My mom, I remember one day I came home from school. I was little too. I think I was maybe like, I don't know, 6, 7 years
Oh,
old.
you was little.
And my mom and my sister were in the kitchen, and they were doing something. And I walked in, blah, blah, blah. How was your day? I was good. My sister said something smart to me because she's always bullying me or something. And I said, no, something, you bastard. And I just kept on walking. And I didn't think nothing was wrong because, like, my mom said that before, so I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but in, like, my head, I can tell they was just like, what'd you just say? So my mom said, what'd you say? I said, bastard. She said, where you learn that from? I said, you said it yesterday. She said, go in your room and get butt naked. I started crying.
Them the worst ones?
I was crying.
Them the worst ones?
That was,
Time for a bath.
that was,
You gonna wish you was baby. I get done. Oh my God.
that
Yeah, I
was,
didn't-
that was
yeah.
the main whooping I remember from my mom. My dad, he never had to hit me. There was one time, he never needed to hit me because of the way he looked at me. There was one time, I forgot what I was doing. I was cutting up, something like that. He grabbed me and pushed me up against the wall. He said, you ever do this issue again, I'm gonna fuck you up. And I was just like,
That was it?
okay. I believe you.
He said, you gonna learn today, for real. You gonna learn today.
I believe you.
I would never.
Father, why would you even assume that I would do such things? It's not that deep, Pops. I get it, understood.
Thankfully, you never needed to, though. So
I think my last weekend was when I was a junior.
Mine was junior year, yeah.
So I was greedy. So in my dad's dresser, my dad's office drawer, there was like some emergency money. So there was a lot in there. It was like a couple ones, but it was like $200 bills.
This ain't gonna go well for you.
Oh, no, it didn't. But it kind of did, though. But let me tell you how it went down. So, I took the money and I bought an iPod.
oh,
I asked somebody to buy an iPod for me. So I went to school. I'm thinking of the closest clear.
Those are obsolete.
Saturday.
iPod Touch.
It was the old.
Must've been a shuffle.
You risked a whooping.
the clicker.
It must have been worth that. Ooh, I hope it was worth the whooping.
But it wasn't worth the whooping at the same time. So Saturday, normally on Saturdays back in the day, we would help my grandpa, my dad's dad. We help him with. He would get like the old bread and he'll feed it to his hogs, whatever. So,
You was out
so
there showboating.
my mom and dad dropped me and my brother off to help my grandpa.
He was out there.
When they came back, they picked us up. My mom was quiet, like abnormally quiet. Like, I knew something was wrong because the way she was driving home. She was just like,
She's like, I'm about to lose my son's life.
we pull up in the house.
She was praying the whole way home.
We in the house.
Nervous for
My
you.
dad, like my dad, he does this on purpose. He gets nice and comfortable. He calls us from our room. Miles, Mason, come here.
Oh, at least you get first names. Okay.
So, our heart dropped to our butts, and we were like, okay, what happened? What's going on? So my dad, we meet him in the office. He's like, I'm missing some money out of this drawer. So we both didn't say nothing. Of course, my brother didn't. He didn't know nothing.
He's like,
He was
I don't know.
What's going on?
Oh, you telling yourself.
He's like, all right. So nobody don't want to say nothing. Give me your games. Give me all your stuff. Give me your toys. Give me all the stuff that let y'all use. Bring it here. And y'all gonna be on punishment until I feel like y'all on punishment. My brother lost it. He was like, but Dad, I didn't do it.
Mason the younger, right?
Yeah, my brother.
Okay,
my younger
okay.
brother, so I went ahead and confessed. I was like, Dad, I took it. He was like, you took it. So when
At least you still.
I got destroyed. I'm just gonna fast forward.
I just want to. At least you remember it. Cause there's some
That was my
people.
last one.
There's some people. There's some
Never
people.
steal from your
I'm
parents.
just saying, there's some people that do stuff and they wake up in the hospital
took-
and they don't know what happened in
Because
between.
I'm like, okay, do they know about this money sitting here? Because they'll never go in here. So I'm like, let me just take a little.
No, they know it's in there. That's why I
Oh
said.
yes. Come on, I can't outsmart my parents.
Yeah,
Ever.
we all tried it.
Oh,
I
my dad
failed.
destroyed me.
I tried.
He gave me one of them old '90s whoopings. I'm like, yo, all right, I love you, Dad. I'm sorry.
Dang.
So, but
The one that hurt him more than it hurt you, that one?
oh no, he enjoyed it.
I enjoyed
He
this a
enjoyed
little.
that one. So,
Is it a trophy of whoopings? The Hall of Fame of whoopings.
That was Jordan on the free throw line. That was
Jordan.
His daddy slept good that night.
Well
Told
rested.
his little booty up.
But it worked out, you know.
He got break from my making break.
Punishment after that, and then I'll be dead, you know.
Oh, man.
And I am today because of you.
Because of that whooping. But you ain't stole nothing since.
Nothing.
Not nothing.
The spirit of discernment was all over me. Yeah, but
Are we getting this? What was the question?
oh,
What, three things?
So we was somewhere over there. No, it was three.
When you
First of all, go play in traffic. Second of all, give me three things that you feel that are three things that describe like fatherhood at its best. Like when you think of a father, what are three things that really
so we take off whoopings.
you can take the
Yeah,
whooping? That wasn't even on my menu, and I got more whoopings than all y'all probably combined. So I don't even. Maybe y'all just more traumatized, or maybe I'm just used to it. PTSD, I don't know. But besides whoopings, when you think of a father and their expectations or what's required of them, what's three things that off top come to your head?
Take care of family. Well, work.
Yeah.
My dad will always be at work.
Work to provide. When I think of that, I think off top is protection or protector. Like that's your job. Even as a man at a household, whether it's dad, uncle, your job is to protect the family at all costs. That's just what you do.
yeah, going in line with that, I would say leader.
Yeah.
But as a leader, you protect, you work, you provide.
But see, it depends on what household you in, because there's some women out here that run the household. And
That's very true.
Yep.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. We're not saying nothing wrong with that.
Some have
Do
to.
what y'all gotta do in y'all house. But that's the case in some homes. And some of the dads, I know a couple people who are stay-at-home dads, they love it. They cool doing what they do, and it works for their family.
Yeah.
So, but they still the protector of their house. They may not lead financially or whatever, but that's a true avenue.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, protector, definitely a hard worker, and like you're the strength, you're the centerpiece of the household. Everything falls back on you.
One quality I would say too that's kind of like you can't really learn it. Well, I guess you can learn it, but
Can't be taught.
I guess so. Because like, okay, in terms of like, having a black father and that kind of thing, you don't know when you're going out and about in the world and stuff like that, how people view you.
Yeah, fact.
So for someone to let you know, like, hey, people are scared of you, or because you'll talk to people and you won't really understand like why they're treating you in particular ways. But if someone gives you a heads up and just let you know, hey, these people might be scared of you, or coordinate yourself this way. It kind of sucks in a sense because it's almost like it becomes a part of you that you have to kind of not be yourself.
Yeah, fact.
Or
facts.
just kind of like a toned down version of yourself to make people more comfortable in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's another one that I would say. I totally agree. Like same thing here. Like my family, or my father, like protector for sure, hard worker, like always working. And I don't even know what I would categorize that.
Yeah, no fact.
Yeah,
But to piggyback off what you said, like my dad taught me, I don't want to say the ways of the streets, but he taught me how to carry myself in public before I learned how to drive. At 10, 11, 12 years old, when you in certain areas, keep your head up, watch your surroundings. When you out and about, when you go into buildings, like all that protective street mentality, to be aware. Like I learned that before, he knew how to dribble a basketball. That's just the stuff he instilled in me. Like that's especially being his background, just being aware of your surroundings and being protected off top. Nothing else.
Important.
Yeah, nothing else comes before that. And I believe and I appreciate that. And as somebody who's not a dad, but as an uncle of many, that's part of me. And when I have kids, I plan on instilling that in them. There's a couple different qualities. And
ooh, I can't wait till you have kids.
Ooh, what's that supposed to mean?
Because
what? Just because I influenced your child. Just because I've influenced your child. Oh, and your child. Oh, my guy. What? Why? Don't make this about me. This is about the fathers of today.
Remember when you thought you knew what tired was until you had kids?
It's different tired?
Whole different level.
It's tired. Is it a capital R in the middle?
Tired.
Different type of tired?
Tired.
I wouldn't know. Uncle tired ain't the same because we just give him back.
Like my thing is, I don't want to address that I am tired. I just kind of I really just tough it out.
This is the new me.
I told
This is my everyday life, you know what I'm saying?
No, I told somebody, and I bragged about you about that. I said one thing I've never heard Miles talk about is like being tired. Like from
I believe I said it a couple times.
I ain't heard it. But I mean, I've watched you in recent positions move from one spot to the next, leave that spot, run to work, head out of town, like, and I've never heard you be like, I don't feel like doing this today. Like you knew like you got people at home that depend on you. So you gotta do what you gotta do and you can't complain. And I respect that. And I respect that about all y'all because y'all commitment to y'all households and y'all families. That's why we move the way we do because of the respect for each other. But that is a big deal as a father. And I mean, I watched my dad do it. That's one thing I can commend my father for is working. Whether it's his own business, whether it was going to school, whether it was providing. We didn't go without. If we didn't get something, it's because they just didn't want to get it for us.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They made sure, even if we went without here, whatever it was, my dad made sure that our house was taken care of.
Yes.
And that's huge, and he didn't complain about it. So, I mean, we know father don't get enough credit. Mother's Day is always the day that everybody talks about. But I feel like dads, especially the reputation that black fathers get for being absent or just not being the
It's more
fathers that
magnetized than the ones that's actually in the home.
So,
And being there for their family.
for us, the background we came from, all four of us were very fortunate to have both of our parents in the house. That's not common, unfortunately, for our generation. So we're very fortunate. So we got both sides of the spectrum, and then to see you guys implementing that into your household with y'all kids, it's always cool, man. Just seeing everybody grow up and all the stuff that y'all gave y'all parents hell for. Hope y'all get it back. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just cool to see that transition, and then as an uncle, seeing the stuff that my parents instilled in me, implementing in them, because I move different than y'all.
I feel like you'll be a great father, King.
I hope so. One day we're gonna figure out.
Oh, you have a whole, just
There's a slew of children.
Just an outpour. Just an overflow.
Overflowing, pressed down, shaken up.
Team boss, you would love.
Curse on me.
Just know that all them kids will be on vacation with the other grandkids.
That's fine. I appreciate it, but that's like. I wonder what it'd be like to have Denzel as a father. Could you imagine?
It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot of monologues.
Sit down. Okay, all right. This is what we gonna do right here, right now.
You think you can just come to my house?
I live here.
You don't pay no bills around here. You just walk in, don't speak to nobody, go to your room, huh? Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Dad, I'm 10.
Huh?
Daddy, I'm
you
sorry.
Care about your age? You think they cared about me at 10? Okay? What? No. You know what, son? It's training.
What are we trading for?
For life, son. When life comes at you, you got to be able to go back at it. What are you going to do when you go out there and they don't care? Huh? You can't come back in here.
You got to say, being a black man in America is stressful enough.
You heard.
I guarantee it.
This is America.
Imagine coming home. Imagine coming home from school and you get a bad grade and Denzel's your dad. Just imagine that conversation.
Our son got a what? I'm coming down. No, you
Okay, Mr. Zell. I mean, Mr. Washington.
I'm coming down.
Oh, we should have called him.
Huh? Okay, all right.
Your dad's in the office. Oh, damn. And you hear him over here to come. I said, bring him here now.
I won't accept it. No, I won't.
That's horrifying.
You need to go to the office right now.
My son is going to come out of the classroom and talk to me. I'm not going to his class, okay? Okay? You know who I am. You know who you're talking to. You know who you're talking to. Okay, all right, okay.
Shout out to Denzel Washington.
That's my man. Met him in person one time. True story. Speaking of fathers, this man was doing an excellent job. Unfortunately, his life was cut short. My man, Kobe Bean Bryant, what he was doing. First of all, I respect the man entirely. My hero, my idol. Got a chance to meet him.
Twice. No, 3 times.
It was a couple of them in there. But just watching like his relationship evolve on TV in front of, literally him and Gianna in front of everybody, just his love for his kids, all of them, his relationship as a dad, it's just cool to see people like him who we put on such a pedestal as well, when they're humbled and they're natural people. He loved being a father. And especially you think somebody like Kobe would want to have a son and carry on his legacy, but he was good with all his girls. and what they did and what they were accomplishing. So I just want to give him a shout out. It's my boy.
You can tell he was at peace.
Boy, what?
After
He
retired,
truly,
he was-
like, he had no intentions on going back to the game.
No,
He loved
because
fatherhood.
he gave all that he could on the court.
And
And now that he, when he retired, he was
was
able
done.
to pour into his kids and give them,
That quality
the
of life.
father in the house, type of deal.
When
So he was able to.
His assistant coach told me that no matter what he was doing at one point, like 4 or 5 days a week, he would fly home and make sure he was there for practice. Make sure he was there to work out with his girls.
Yep.
Make sure he was working out to practice with the team. Like no matter what, like that was what he wanted to do. It wasn't like it was an option. Like that's what he wanted to do. Like he loved being a father. He loved coaching and being around that environment. So I it's awesome to see when celebrities do that. But I also feel like enough regular parents don't get that recognition that they get. There's a lot of amazing dads out here
That's real.
making a difference in people.
Because being a kid and Father's Day, Mother's Day, it's like, okay, I gotta get mom flowers, and I get dad
Facts.
like something that he's never gonna use or a shirt that don't fit.
A gift card to your favorite restaurant.
Yeah, so we can all go. And then when you were coming, Dad, and I was like, oh, this is why we have Father's Day. Thank you so much for showing your appreciation.
This one time.
Because it's like, oh my God, there's just things that I get it. It's almost like being in a fraternity or something. Like there's things that parents just don't even tell you about.
Yeah.
You just have to experience it for
gotta
yourself.
figure it
And
out.
then
No, I
you're
believe
like,
that.
I
I
don't
believe
know if
that.
I would have done. Maybe I wouldn't have done it if they would have told me what really happens. I don't know.
Like
But
it's one of those experiences you have to learn that experience for yourself. They can't teach you
Yeah.
that. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, did it feel? Oh no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's different for me because I walked in and my kid is 8. So
He walked in.
I gotta deal with the attitude, the
Change of environment for her.
character, the change of environment. She gotta figure me out. I gotta figure her out.
Yeah.
We've been
That's
friends
true.
for 19 years. I'm still trying to figure him out. So I know her job is
Her work is cut out.
that's a live-in job, and she is ready to quit. I'm just
And it was, you want to talk about a humbling situation, like, I know there's got to be like a switch that turns on when, oh, I'm about to have a baby, and now your baby's here, and then you're holding your baby, and it's like, I got you. I walk in, and then it's, oh, hey, I was talking to you on Facebook, whatever.
So they're like,
Give
you're not
me
about to come in here changing nothing.
Come give me a hug, right? And so like it was just different.
Yeah,
I loved her, since she was born, and then when I first got to meet her, and then she was 3 years old, pelting her mom with that bouncy ball or whatever it was happening, just putting on the show. But like it's different because I got to figure out my character all of a sudden of, oh shoot, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? Versus like it's just kind of like flowing naturally. It took for a good little while to be the protector of the house.
She got to learn to trust you.
Doing a good job.
And it was like, I don't know if I trust you either. Like, try to figure out what we gonna do. How we gonna make this work. And we have our love. It's a very special kind of love.
Use the word special.
Kiddo, I love you. I do. I truly do love you, even though we act like we hate each other. I swear to God.
I think this is how y'all
She just
chemistry.
growing up, man. That's all it is.
No, it's just the chemistry. Like people
Nah,
have,
it's not just growing up. It's just like we really act like we don't like each other.
they literally talk crap to each other like in
All
passing,
day.
and then just walk off, and then be like, okay, love you. Like it's just like why? Because they're different, and that works for them.
That works for them, right?
Yeah.
But
I have a question.
yes, sir.
So, how did it feel on Father's Day, knowing, okay, oh, they're celebrating me this time instead of just like having to celebrate your dad and everything like that? How did it feel your first year celebrating Father's Day?
It was weird. I don't know. That's all I can really say. It was weird.
Because it was like, yeah, and my wife actually like, so what you gonna do for your dad? So what did you want to do for Father's Day? I'm like, Father's Day? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I am a father.
Yeah, me too.
So I automatically think about my dad. And my
Yeah,
grandpa,
yeah, no facts.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I am in that position.
You're like, let's Father's
Whatever
Day.
my dad wants to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I throw it in.
I don't want to be bothered for Father's Day. That's what I don't want to be a father on Father's Day. That's what I want to do.
I just forget that,
You know, it's just
I have to, it's okay to celebrate,
Yeah. It didn't hit really because, and my wife would say the same thing. It didn't really hit for her when we had our first Mother's Day in a sense, because you still kind of don't really feel like you're. I mean, you feel like you're a parent, but at the same time, you haven't been doing it that long.
So you're like,
So the first one, I was just like, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I'm a dad. But now, like this time around, you see more so of like, you know, the difficulty that comes with it, along with the reward and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, well, you know, yeah, I'll take a dinner. You know,
I'll take it.
I'll take a necktie.
I'll take that gift.
Macaroni
Thank
arts.
you.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Let's get that refrigerator ready.
that little coffee mug, number
I'll
one
take it
dad.
all.
Yeah, I'll
Thank
take
you,
that,
baby.
yeah.
You know, just the little things. I'm appreciative over it. Like, oh, you gave me a car with just a little finger paint and stuff like that. Oh, thank you, baby. You know, all that stuff matters now.
Yeah.
Facts.
And now I'm like, oh yeah, my dad was just overly just, you know, grateful for anything that we've done and show him how much we love him.
Yeah.
Father's Day and how hard he worked. So
One thing I think it's funny too is like, you know, you like your parents will tell you little stories like, I remember when you used to, you know, you roll your boogers and flick them on you. like real stupid stuff like that.
And now you
Like, Mom,
see it?
shut up. Like, it's so weird. But then it's like, wow, like you see that happening because like watching my son, it's like, oh my God, he's reaching for a cracker and he grabbed it with his fingers. Because before, there was once upon a time, I would lay you down, leave, come back, and you'd be in the same spot because you wouldn't be able to move anywhere else. But to see him, it's like, who taught you that? Who taught you how to reach and grab?
So you up here maturing without me?
Yeah, like that's amazing. And you just put it in your mouth, start eating it. Like, you're not choking, and you're doing a good job. You know,
Yeah.
it's really amazing.
That's the stuff,
It's really amazing. I can't help but think about just like how God sees us as His children and the things that we're doing in terms of growing up and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. He sees it from a completely different seat, you know, from where we get to see, but it puts things in perspective to make you be like, wow, like this is really amazing to see this child do this little thing, to pick up a spoon and put it in their mouth, or to like stand themselves up. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Wait till he start doing what you do. Because when that influence really kick in,
Man.
my kid playing sports, right?
I don't have no kids. And all of them.
just you wait.
You know, I was like, you know, you ain't got no hype song to get you ready for the games and stuff that you playing? No, I don't need a hype song, no hype songs. Da-da-da-da. And then all of a sudden, she got a whole little playlist.
Tear the club up! Tear the club up! This night listen to this. I used to listen to.
Hey, none of the songs from her time frame, bro. It's all our music.
Is it really?
Yes. She got Meek Mill on there. What do you know about Meek Mill? Meek Mill ain't dropped a song like your whole life. What? You don't know nothing about Meek. You don't know about Waka. Waka ain't rap. I'm gonna leave Waka alone. But you don't know nothing about that. That's my favorite part of seeing the influence. Like even my influence.
The influence
It's great.
is amazing. It's like, oh, okay, you do that because I mentioned
But then
that.
on the back end of that, you got to watch what you do with
Yeah,
that one.
because now you got to watch what you, because now you can influence in the bad way.
One of my nieces, who will remain nameless, copies everything you say and runs it back. So you really got to be careful with that one. Because when you say something to her in aggressive tone and she check you, wait. No, ain't no wait. You're two. Sit down. No, ain't no wait. What you mean wait?
Let's go back.
She sound bad.
Yes.
Scoot back.
I don't know who her parents are.
You're stupid.
You got to get it under control. It's ridiculous.
You really do.
But on a serious note, from a kid's perspective, talking to a parent, and then on a parent's perspective, talking to your kids, what is one thing that you wish you could like point out to your parents or thank them for, and then one thing you want to instill in your kid? And I'll go first since I only got one perspective.
Go ahead, because I can
But
have some time to think.
one thing I think I've learned, and one thing I want to make sure that dads know, and one thing I can't wait to be a dad, is being a parent. Like providing for your kid is great. Making sure they have a clothes on their back, food on the table is awesome. That's great. But as a parent, you can't get wrapped up in providing the material things for your kids that you don't provide the emotional and the spiritual and the mental to your kids.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people out here who raise their kids, but they're not teaching their kids. And that comes back from generational parenting. Everybody parents different. Some people let their kids figure out stuff from experience. Some people micromanage their kids' every move, try to control them. And some parents have that balance. But just reminding your kids, like, even though you paying for the bills and lights and all that, like, hey, I still love you. I got you. I'm here for you. It's my job to teach you, to prepare you for this world, not throw you out there and feed you to the wolves. So in the midst of your preparing them and buying them clothes and taking them shopping when you make them out, like, teach them stuff. Instill stuff in them that 20 years from now, when they still in the next generation, you're like, yeah, that's generational. And that's how we can start that turn of generational issues, generational parenting that our grandparents unfortunately gave into our parents and, stuff like that. So just remembering that, there's more to parenting than buying clothes and putting food on the table.
Yeah, that's real.
Talk to your kids. Teach your kids. Instill stuff in them daily, weekly, whatever it is. But you want to have those moments with your kids where they're like, no, my dad, he definitely, like, you got to have that. If not, what are we doing?
Yeah. And then also, I would say one of the things that I've recently learned is recognizing the small things. Kid got chores to do every day. Kid don't do them. But when that kid does it, hey, great job. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, affirmation is a big, for real.
Yeah. So that way it's always not, I'm just always getting in trouble. Because I remember hearing that. Oh, Juju just always, gonna get me.
Only person that calls him that is his child, by the way. Nobody, no
Juju gonna get me in trouble because I'm gonna get in trouble by Juju. And I was like,
You don't want to be the one always like.
yeah, I don't want to be the one that's just always just
the disciplinary.
disciplinary.
Yeah.
Want to be able to make sure my daughter feels good to talk to me.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I have a very open relationship with my parents, and so I want that too. So I had to recognize and be like, you know what, it's okay. Talk. Let's have dialogue, not just me just saying this is what it is and this is what it's going to be.
No, big fact.
Sometimes you got to, but at the same time, all right, let's figure out what happened, why it happened, and how do we prevent this from happening again.
That's good. I was thinking about that too before you even said it, so I have to agree with you because I think, depending on the family dynamic and stuff like that, you can't be too hard and just exposing all the negatives and stuff like that to the kid. And I remember as I got older, I thought about how come mom and dad, y'all never really told me like what I'm bad at, or like I didn't do this right, or they were rarely, positive reinforcement basically.
Yeah, no facts.
The things that I did good at, they encouraged me in that aspect and stuff like that. So that really, helped me in terms of building my confidence as I got older and that kind of thing. So I definitely will take that with me, in regards to raising my son now and God willing any future children. One thing I wish I would have been taught a little bit more about was, I would say, finances. That's one of those things, like, there were like some little, little nuggets here and there as I was little and stuff like that. But, my parents were blessed to the point where they could help me out a lot even after I left home. But I do wish I knew more about finances in that aspect because I think that would save me some stress and right now. So say that.
Boosh.
So were we just purposely going in order every time?
I think it just works out.
It just works out like
It just
that.
works out that
Our
way.
energy just
Because
flows,
all y'all said everything that I
Ditto.
did on everything.
I'm gonna tap on that one and on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you that part I was going to mention. Like my dad, my mom and dad will always say, save your money, do it. Be responsible with your money. My dad always say, money is a tool. You don't want it to be your main reason, but you want to be able to have it just in case something happens when life hit.
Yeah.
Say, like something simple like your tire busted, what I'm saying? You have the money to go get a new tire
facts.
on the spot.
Yeah.
Or, whatever. Or just, basically that. Like certain little things that, that you tend to forget on a daily basis, but when whatever happens, you'll be able to have the resources to get it taken care of on the spot, So those were many other things, but I just wasn't prepared to answer that question. I ain't gonna lie.
I think
That's
you did-
okay.
I think
But y'all said everything that I wanted to say, so all that, everything. Everything I just said. Yeah,
Sounds like a good next topic to talk about
but
finances.
it would definitely. We want to discuss that.
all real talk,
Finance.
especially now since
this economy.
Yeah.
But
I'm moving back in my parents if I could.
appreciate y'all.
Boy.
This is just the beginning, fellas. Like I said, we created this platform for our brotherhood. We see the women all the time doing what they doing, going on their trips and all that, and we didn't have that time as brothers, especially as young black men, to express ourselves, to open up. We need that space where we can not feel judged and just come and talk, and we decided to share it with the world.
This is our vacation.
How
about that, boo?
Whether they rock with us or they
We'll
don't.
be home soon. We're gonna wrap it up now so we can have some time to get home.
But hey, whether they rock with us or not, we still gonna love y'all. We still gonna appreciate y'all. Drop your comments, slide them on the Instagram. Drop some stuff. You got questions, topics, whatever. Yes. We here. We here to just have fun and experience this as a journey with my brothers. So, anything y'all want to add in? Anything y'all want to throw to the people? Again, happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Juneteenth.
Father's Day.
Now that that's being recognized, appreciate that. Love y'all. With that being said, hey, keep your mind right and keep your circle tight. We appreciate that. We love y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Like the sidekick. Hey, yo, my bro, my mom, my special brothers. Oh, yeah, my day one.